Howdy, folks. Welcome in. Nice to see you all on this. I wouldn't say it was chilly, but it's temperate. Let's put it that way. Uh, nice to see you all. Hope you're all doing well. As you may have seen, Anthony had quite a tempestuous week doing his jury service. If you can just give me an indication in the chat that all is well. I'll then run through the muster. Dino was first in. Hello, Dino. So Dino gets the cookie, the Star Spangled Cookie. And let me just check back and we'll see who was in second. It was Martin O'Keefe. Martin O'Keefe gets the half cookie. Yes, so you have to feel for Mr. Dodge. Coming back from quite a busy holiday and then getting whacked with jury service, and not a very easy jury service, was quite a bit of mental gymnastics. So sound and picture all good. Excellent. Thank you, Dino. Let's have a look through, see who we've got. We've got Mr. Anthony Dodge himself. Good morning to you. We've got Artie, the hero of the day. What, no third place prizes? I want a refund. Oh, yeah, we want our money back. That's it. Dragon Junction Mark II has just popped in. That's Lord Owl. Nice to see you. Digger Evans. Great to see you too. Moneybrook Junction. That's Mark. Hello, Mark. And Dan's Model Railways just popped in. Nice to see you, Dan. Rick's Trains. Hello, Rick. Good to see you. And let's just have a look down. Let's go for checking the muster. Participants. Yeah, there we go. Ivor Van's on. Martin, as I've already mentioned. Simon Trains has just popped in. Model Railway Showcase. What a great name. As a Barnabas Junction. Hello, Jason. Nice to see you. And let me just reiterate that it looked like a wonderful show that I missed, which was a shame. But and we've got Haunted Railway Jake. Hello, Jake. And Brian, one of the stalwarts of the channel. Yeah, it's a shame I couldn't get to Crewe. Crewe's quite a difficult spot to get to from my location anyway, because I'd have to travel across to the East Coast, the West Coast main line, which runs out of Euston. So that's no mean feat. I'd have to try and find a way across there. Other than that, it would mean taking a train into London, jumping out of King's Cross, running up the road, or taking the tube to Euston, jumping on the train there. Dugwood Junction. There's Wayne. Hello, Wayne. Nice to see you. I hope. And Steve Childress. Good morning and afternoon. Yes, indeed. Nice to see you, Steve. Yeah, tough place to get to, but I was just coming back from touring. Got back on the Saturday, so there's dirty linen everywhere and stuff like that. So won't be long before we're all at Getz. Yes, that's October, which Anthony did say he was going to book. So talking of Anthony, he very kindly bid on an eBay item that I wanted. So that will be coming at some time. Very kind of him to do that, particularly as it was quite tumultuous what he was doing with the jury service. So thank you for that, Anthony. St. Blasey Model World. Hello, Roger. Nice to see you, man. What will I be doing today? I'm not planning to be at Getz. I should be at Worley at Statfold. Yeah, two the same day, which is unfortunate. Or weekend, I should say. But there's more choice there. So the people who are further north can come down to the Worley event, and the people further south obviously would favour Getz. It'd be great, Jason, if you could get the Getz this year. it's got a particular flavour about Getz, which I like. It's not the biggest model show in the world, but it's just got a bit of a vibe about it, which was stifled last year by Mr. Waterman's layout, because it proved so popular that the place was absolutely heaving. What am I running today? Yes, bit of a tractor fest. So we'll start the ball rolling. Oh boy, do we have fun? Yeah, we do. As a collective, when you put all these old lions together, it's quite it's quite an occasion. So yeah, it was very enjoyable, even though it was packed. It was great to see everybody. Let's start off with some sounds. Here is tractor number one, which is it's actually English China clays. So I did speak to Roger in the week. Very kindly gave me a ring, and I said, well, you know what? I'll run some English China clay stuff today, so you can just behind me, sort of there. You can just see some of the tiger wagons. So we'll start the ball rolling with some sounds. Class 31 Colas, I guess. Yeah, that's a bit of a... That one's got factory sound in it, which is quite good. Nice loud horns. Mm-hmm. And the other one, which is the Colas that you see to my right, that one has got Jamie Goodman's sound in it. And if I start that up now, move along one, this has got quite a start up on it, if it decides to cooperate. Yeah, there's a low noise issuing from it, so it should start to chug in a minute. It's not hard to drive to Tamworth. Yeah, as you can hear, it's a bit of a cold start. It's chugging, coughing, but it settles down, which is a good thing. Tamworth is a 5-hour drive for me. Tamworth. Yeah, different Tamworth. I think the one that Tim's talking about is Tamworth in Staffordshire, not Australia. Andy Dobson. Hi, Andy. Nice to see you, man. Save me needing to search. What is the date for Getz? I know it's in October, but I can't remember the exact Digger. If you could possibly pick that one out and put it into the chat, I'd be most grateful. Anthony Dodge would probably know if he's going to attend. Now, as you can hear, that's sort of settled down. And there's quite a different sounding. So I'll start these off and we'll see how we get. "2024 Great Electric Train Show will take place on October 12th, 13th at the Marshall Arena, Milton Keynes." Yeah. Thanks, Wayne. Very nice of you. And did I see Sean? Hello, Sean. Sean's popped in. And let's go around the block and start off the other one. So we've got two very different sounding Class 37s. Let's get the other one moving. Tractor Fest. So it's liable to get probably a little noisy in here, but that's not such a bad thing because outside everybody is out of play. Everybody's in their gardens, so there's children whistling and screaming. Whole gang's here today, which is a great thing. It's nice to have everybody together. Let me know if the sound gets too much, and I'll knock one of them on the head. But they do tend to rattle a bit. Here comes English China Clays, which you can see up there. That's what should be on the side of it, but I don't think Richard got around to it. And the other one is Colas Rail Freight, Merle Evans, that one, with a little Welsh dragon on it. But that one's a little out of time because it's pulling English China Clay bullets, the heavily weathered ones. So there's a time difference there, so it's a bit rule one for that respect. May pop down to the shed later to start on some framework for the 00 gauge layout. Now, how about that? That sounds great, Sean. Keeping the end gauge, adding some more. Excellent. There's Edward, who's just popped in. Happy Valley Hobbies. Just popping in for a bit. You're always welcome, Edward. Are they Bachmann, Andy? Yes, they are. Not the new iteration of Bachmann. These are the older models. It's all we had for years. If you wanted a good model of a 37. But they're perfectly adequate. When these people bring out new models, what do? Just move the old ones on and get the new ones? Doesn't always work out. Then got you Junction, Carl Brond. Hello, Carl. Nice to see you. As you may observe, I got a couple of teeth missing. I didn't mention it before, but while I was touring, I snapped a tooth. It snapped clean off at the gum. But it wasn't giving me any pain, so I didn't mention it. Trouble is, it destabilized the tooth next door, and I was eating a piece of chocolate, and all of a sudden there was a brick in it, and I thought, oh, I snapped the other one as well. So that's two teeth right next to each other. Again, no pain, but I knew those roots had to come out. So yes, I've been having a few dental appointments, but then I'm going to get a new plate at the top. So it just says, leave it till October, let your gum settle down, and any shrinkage, it'll be fine. And then we'll do a new top set of teeth, the ones that I need. So yeah, I didn't mention it. There's enough people with enough problems worrying about my teeth. So I just left it in the background where it should be, really, because it's just teeth. But never mind. These things happen. You get to 60 years old and things start happening. Right. Let's just kill the sound of that one. I'm not sure I can do the same with the Colas. I bet the story is you see how the other guy looks. Yeah. Yeah, no, there was no knuckles. It was just over Junction. Hello, Danny. Nice to see you. Danny's a man who'll know quite a bit about 37s. So that's what we've got running today. You'll end up a sucker like me. Yeah, well, I'm prone to tooth loss because the bones are actually shrinking. The jawbone is actually shrinking, so the teeth don't have quite such a good hold anymore. And the slightest little jog, ping, and off they go. So one of those things. But I've got quite a good dentist who does look after me. And yeah, so I got almost an instant appointment straight in there. Well, I need new teeth. Got quoted 1,200 quid. You know, I don't think so. I'll suck eggs first. That's funny. Yeah, nice one, Al. Tuna Dog Andy, that's me. And it's Tuna Can Dwight. Nice to see you, Dwight. Let's see if I can shut the other one up. I'm not sure I can. I think there's a mute button on there somewhere, but I'm not quite sure what it is. So what I'll do, I'll stop it. Even got the brake sounds on it, which is quite good. Then I'll kill the sound. And with the Jamie Goodman sound, you get the Spirax valves as well, clicking away in the background. Yeah, the weathered cars. Yeah, they're the bullets. These ones. They come really shiny. They're electroplated with this brilliant shine. But they also did a set which were roughed up and rusty, like these. Some of them are specials, which have got a little bit of the shine left in them. And they're made by Dapol. And you can usually pick them up at most exhibitions for around about £30. And they're very, very detailed. And they're great looking things. The shiny ones are great. The weathered looking ones are great. And the other ones were also made by Kerno down in Camborne. Right, let's get that moving. So once the sound's off, then I can move it again. There we go. So I've got a rake of those. That's as many as I've got of the weathered ones, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 hybrids. The rest of them are, as it comes around, you'll see they're Tiger wagons, which are big covered hopper wagons. And they're quite huge. These are ones that are in pristine condition, so there's no weathering on it of any description. There's 2 in blue, English China Clay International, and the rest are ECC International, 4 white Tigers. So I try to get it together. I did mention to Roger that I was going to run some English China Clay in his honour this week. So there you go. That's just coming around now. I'm not sure who Kerno got to do these, but after Kerno did their run, I think they got the tooling out to EFE and they've started producing them as well. But a lot of them, SJ Train World, hello Simon. A lot of them have come out with Imeris, which is the latest incarnation of English China Clay. Text in the post, Andy. That's all right, Roger. No problem. Signal Cabin. Hello there. Nice to see you. So that's what I've got tickling along in the background. They're really nice wagons. You know, I ought to have them out quite a bit more. The bullet wagons, the rusty looking ones, they run really well. They're almost frictionless. But the Kerno and the EFE wagons have got quite a bit more rolling resistance. So you do need something beefy, like a 37, to pull them along. And I never managed to get to Crew and get one of Brian's waffles. So I did see all about it because I watched several videos of Crew, and it was it was great to see so many YouTubers all packed together. It's quite an occasion, and of course you had Rob and Grace there, and they did quite a commentary on it. Those that watched their live stream last night, they went into it in a bit more detail. Sounds like a generic Belpaire boiler description. Yeah, that's very Belpaire. That's very French. Well, hello Andy, how's all in the stream? Ready for 6 p.m. tonight from Durham Junction. That's Craig at Durham Junction. So he'll obviously be out doing a bit of rail fan hunting. Mine needs editing. Is my blank check also in the post? How long does it take to go across the pond? About 5 days. As we found out on 2 occasions. Anthony sent me something over. That took 5 days. And I think I got something from Jim Tedesco, and that took 5 days. Oh, yeah, I won one of his competitions, which is always a gas because Jim's got... I think he's probably got quite a short fuse. So if anybody turns up on his door and he don't like me, he's liable to pull a gun out and stick it in their face. But yeah, quite a funny guy. Despite all of our differences and bits and pieces, IT is all in the system. It is all in the system, yeah. But the system seems to work, particularly to America. So you're looking at about 5 days if it goes airmail. If it takes the slow boat, I mean, it could take a month. I remember, I think, getting a poster from the States, and it came in a roll, and that took a month. So I think they just wasn't sure what it was, put it on the ship. So yeah, it took a month to get across the pond. I'd sort of given up hope of ever seeing it, but and then it turned up. Has that 66 gone? So I can pop down and get some pictures. I'll send you the orange and get you to take some pictures of them together. I couldn't catch up with what that was referring to. Depending on which direction it travels, if it goes east, it would take forever. Yeah, I remember getting something from Australia too, and that didn't take too long. That was about 7 days, I think. Broke the NCE power cab LCD screen. Dropped it. On its way back to New York for repairs. Fingers crossed I'll get 5 days delivery. Yeah, you should do. With a fairly small package, it goes airmail and wallet. It just depends what happens with customs. Customs, big problems these days. USPS tends to put things on ships more often than not. Still charge high rates for airmail. Yeah, that's sharp practice, that is. Delft Junction, hello Pete, nice to see you. A couple of sheds running today with some English China clay, bullet wagons and some tiger wagons. So yeah, it took a long time to get all of these together. I never bought anything in one hit. It was always dribs and drabs, because even Kerno models themselves didn't have a whole dearth of these models. You'd have to go all the way around the show just to find 2 or 3. And then the next show, I'd pick up another. And the next show, maybe 2 more. So when the shows are 6 months apart, you're looking at a year and a half just to put a rate together. So that's right, and get some pictures. Bring your orange? What on earth is that, Jake? Never mind. Only time it gets held up is if someone tries to smuggle in something naughty. Then everything off that flight gets checked with a fine tooth comb. Yeah, it's a shame. But they ask you when you send it, what is it and how much is it worth? So if you put second-hand model train equipment, that covers all bases there. And in theory, you'd think that would smooth its way. And if you put it as like $15, the insurance, they're not going to, give you import tax or anything like that. First of all, it's second hand, which it doesn't apply to anyway. I don't know, you're still importing it. Don't know. Here they're not fussed like in the UK as long as it's under $2,000. Well, here it's something like 170 quid or less, and anything under that, you tend to get away with it. But there's Mick. Hello, Mick. Nice to see you. So yeah. Anyway, let's get you down onto the tracks. Don't want to look at me and my missing teeth. Yeah, I look like a real pirate. There you go. Yeah, pirate in an engineer's cap. Great. Just look more careful if bright orange comes up in the X-ray. Well, that's strange, because when they manufacture platinum in the metal industry, they add orange to it, so it's more easily identified. And then once all of the manufacture has been done, then they extract the orange color from platinum, so then it can go out to the domestic market or whoever's going to fashion it. But in its raw form, they add an orange color, so it's easy to spot. Anyway, right, let's get you down. I'll just put my NCE power cab. Got that back in the late 90s, I think. Yeah, it's just before Richard was born. So that's lasted a good long time, 25 years. So all I've done to that is another cord, because the cord started to pull out. And the other thing was an EEPROM update, I think, which they just send you a chip. You take the thing apart, take out the old chip, put in the new chip, and off you go. Drugs and plant materials comes up bright orange. Isn't that right? Yeah, for good reason, probably. And failing that, have the sniffer dogs, and they'll find it, because even Blondie's nose seems incredibly sensitive. So, if we can smell things and it's disgusting to us, I know dogs love smelly things, but it must be overpowering for them. Anyway, let's get you down onto the tracks and have a look at these little beasties. Oh, the door's open today. At ground level is 70 degrees, so that's not too bad. Have a little bit of light on the subject. There you go. There's the Colas 37. Split head code variety. So it's got two head codes on the front of it and the back of it, with domino dots. And there go the bullet wagons. And then coming around the other way will be English China Clays, which is 37104. Again with split head codes. And also, which is in like a grey rail freight livery. Yeah, like I was saying, Danny, it took an awful long time to get them together, because I never got them all in one go. But luckily, both Dapol and Kerno are consistent in their manufacture. So when you do eventually put them all together, they all look the same, which is a good thing. And you have to say that's quite a smooth, quiet 37. There's the two in English China Clay International blue, and there are the three white ones. And then just coming the other way is the Colas, which is 37099, split head code. There's a couple of hybrids, and the rest of them are the weathered bullets, and they really, really roll well. If you've got any incline on your track, the chances are that they'll run away. So if you were doing something like a half-assed review on them, and you put them on a little bit of inclined track, they just disappear before your eyes. Beverage of choice today for the station master is a cup of coffee. So cheers, everyone. I'm going to sample my libation. Battery powered. Wash your mouth out, Artie. You've got to remember, these are the old Bachmann ones. The newer ones, I believe they've got a helical gear on them. So in theory, they should be even quieter than the older ones. Yeah, like I was saying, Pete, it's getting them all together. You can never seem to buy them in bulk. Even Kerno will only have certain things in at certain times. And of course, the English China Clay Company was bought by Imerys, which is a French concern. And of course, they put all their logos all over it, and it didn't quite look the same. When I used to holiday in the 70s and 80s back in Cornwall, you would see the English China Clay logo, and yeah, it just looked good. It seemed to fit the situation. It was all sort of sunshine and sandy beaches and railways and things like that. Give me some whiskey to wash my mouth out. Yeah, got plenty of that. Bit of Jim Beam, that'll take the roof off your mouth. Or Artie, I don't know if you've ever tried wild turkey, but that really is paint stripper. I think I'm getting a little bit of daylight interference there. It's clashing with the fluorescent tubes, so I'm getting a little bit of waver. I hope that's not too unpleasant, because I can always pop the camera over to the other side. Yeah, that seems to be the maximum I seem to get, 2 at a time, something like that. Sometimes not even from the same vendor. Oh yeah. Oh wait, I've got my American cousin's vodka here. Yeah, wild turkey's good. Yeah, if you want to get drunk really fast, because it is really rough. Woodthorpe International. There's Colin. Everybody like to welcome Colin. Great to see you, Colin. Got a couple of 37s running today. Jolly old tractors with some English China Clay stuff. And I know you've got some of that, Colin, in N gauge. I should say N scale for our more international people. If you're wondering where Robert is today, Robert's attending a show, a local show in Essex. I believe it's in Essex. So he made his apologies and said hi to everyone. Not a fan of weathering locos or rolling stock. No, I tend to buy it weathered if I want it weathered, Dino. So that's the way I tend to go. I know Richard's experimented weathering a few wagons, and they came out very, very good. But it's not something we do as a matter of course. I don't buy a pristine looking loco and then 10 minutes later start weathering it. I rather look like the locos to look pristine. I tend to send mine to Lewis Mouldy Raspberry to weather. Yes, that's a great idea, Sean, to get somebody professional to weather it. If I'm going to do that, then I'll send it across to a company in Essex who do very good weathering, fairly cheap. Did I see Sean Pacific Railroad? Hello, Sean. Nice to see you. How's sunny California? So we've got two Seans in the live stream, both with different spellings. But there you go. Yes, that's right, Pete. Lord Howe's got quite a few of the very silvery looking bullets. I've got a feeling he's only got a couple of English China clay ones, though. I think the other one had got some red writing on it or something. Perhaps you'd like to confirm that, Al. Clay stock has a massive amount of white on the chassis and lower bodywork, which tends to be overlooked because the tendency is to weather rust, grime. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's a big feature with China clay, the fact that it is so bright and white. I'm the poor sod here. There isn't another arty I can pass the blame to. No, I believe there's only one arty in the modelling community. And we couldn't have a better guy than the guy we call Artie. Ermawa. Yeah, is that red writing, Al, that it's got written on there? Because I think Stuart's got a couple of those as well at St Mary's Church. But I know he's got a couple of English China clay ones as well. Right. Let's stop that one there. And I'll start up. California is hot. Total heat wave right now. And in California, that must be getting really hot. So you're probably up in the 90s, Sean. All right. Here's a bit of sound for this one. This should be a fairly quick start because we're already on the move. Yeah, there's the hand of God. I'll just move it back a little closer. Surely that was the hand of God. There you go. It's settled down now. I think 5 on this is the drive hold. So let's see. Just try that out. Yeah, I get the idea, Sean. A lot of the main power in these were marine applications, so they sound more like marine diesels than anything else. But English Electric in the class 37, I believe. Dino forced me to buy a 37, Andy, at the Ely exhibition. Oh, right, here we go then. Let's get down there a bit. There we go. Right, we'll try the same thing on the other one so you can get a better idea of what the startup's like. So I'll just get the other one around fairly quick. Come on, me beauty. Here she comes now. Right. Hold it right there, boy. There's quite a bit of inertia on this one. Right, so now we'll try the same thing on this one. This is Bachmann's own. I think it's probably someone like Southwest Trains or something like Southwest DCC. So let's try a takeoff. Here we go. And that, my friends, is why they call it a tractor. I've got a squeaky tiger as well. How about that? I'll move you a little closer. How about there? That should do it. Definitely a squeaky tiger there somewhere. Yeah, Archie, they had quite a different lot of capabilities and applications, and they all pretty much sounded very much alike. So I'll kill the sound on that one, otherwise it'll drive us mad. There we go. I can still hit the sounds though, individually. So I'll just slow that one down a bit, down to about 40 speed steps. And we'll get the other one going. and she'll be on her way around very shortly. And there's Tom's Mechlin train layout. Nice to see you, Tom. And Mum and Son train rail fans. There's Tammy and Ray. Hello, Tammy and Ray. Nice to see you. Something you'd be liable to see in the Cornish countryside. Although I believe I'm right in suggesting that these bullet tankers usually go up north. I believe they take China clay products up north for paper industry. I believe. Perhaps Roger can put me right on that one. Yeah, one of those tigers has definitely developed a squeak. I can hear it. The trouble is getting it to squeak when your ear is right next to it, so you can figure out which wagon it is. Handbrake still on. Oh, I can get them moving really fast. It's either the second one from the back or the first one from the back. There was a service that went from Antwerp in Belgium to Irvine in Scotland, which went through the Channel Tunnel. Yeah, it probably was. Yeah. Oh, Ivo, so you want to hear loud. Now, I do have a Class 56, which is very loud. And having seen the real thing, not only has it got a terrific turbo whine on there, on the grid, but it's also got a very, very dark bass tone as well. Yeah, it's a squeaky wheel, Tim. What can you do, eh? They run perfectly for, I don't know, 3-4 hours, and then one of them will start squeaking. Yeah, it's one of the middle cars. I believe you're right. Thought I had a bad squeak on the Sea Cow. Yeah, those are other Bosey wagons that do tend to squeak. Boxcar Jerry, welcome in, Jerry. What you're going to see in a few seconds when it comes around is a ubiquitous Class 37, two of them actually, pulling some English China clay wagons, which at various stages of history were prevalent across the UK network. So here comes the first one, which is number 37104, a split head code Class 37, with some, these are called tiger wagons that they call in the UK. Quite nicely detailed, bit squeaky. Going the other way, Colas Rail Freight 37099, again split head code, and these are what we call bullet wagons. So called because they're metal and they look a bit like a bullet. Yeah, I have noticed that some of the old Rivarossi coaches do squeak quite badly. There's one in particular which is, I think it's the mail coach, particularly on the New York Central 20th Century Limited. They always get squeaks, and I don't know why. and I had to use quite a thick oil on them to quieten them down a bit. Yeah, Jerry, they did a couple of incarnations of the bullet wagons. They originally they start off in a very, very shiny silver electroplated version. These ones are the weathered variety, and they come weathered from the retailer, and they actually look rusty like that, which they do in real life actually. They don't stay pristine for long. The first two wagons is a bit of a half and half, as you'll see when it comes past. Just here you can see the electroplating on there, which are a couple of hybrids. Again, they came like that from the factory, but this will show you the China clay white spoil seeping down the sides. These are the Tiger wagons. Don't know why they're called Tiger, probably made by the Tiger company or leased by Tiger, and they are all in pristine condition, apart from one of these two which has got a squeak on it. Dan's Model Railway. Why are the tankers shaped like a Wienermobile? Well, Hotdog Pilot is the channel after all. Nearest thing I could find to a hot dog. Use graphite. Yeah, that's the dry graphite. The only trouble with graphite is that it tends to be a little electrically conductive. So if you're picking up electricity from the wheels, you can get quite a few problems if the graphite gets a bit out of control with shorts and things like that. I've found that on a few of the Hornby coaches, which pick up from the wheels. They actually pick up from the actual bearing cup that the axle goes into. And I did have a few bits of trouble with that. Oh, that's squeaky wagon. So I tend to use a very light oil with those kind of things. Let's see if I can find it. And premium oil, that's the medium one. This one is the medium, that's the medium oil. What's this one? That's the light oil, and there is a super light oil which is very, very thin. That one. It's called ultra light oil. That's Hobby Lube, and these are quite expensive. That was about something like 12 quid. But if you want a very, very light oil, like even lighter than a sewing machine oil, that's the stuff to get. And that tends to work quite well on squeaky axles. Failing that, there is always the old faithful, Labelle 108, which I believe that's a medium viscosity oil. As you can see, there's not much left in that one. So I do have a spare just up here. Just a tad in the axle pockets has solved all my squeaks. Yeah, I have used some graphite. I believe KD do a powdered graphite, which is quite good because you can actually puff it where you need it. You can get the axle out. Yes, you can do that. It's obviously a lot more of a job. Lube. Yeah, calm down, Artie. Daz Faulkner, nice to see you. A little Class 37 action today with some English China clay wagons. Cat going mad looking for the mouse. Pete, we're going to have such fun when we get the gets. Pick up the graphite in the locked section of the big box store. B&Q for you. Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, never thought to look in the locked section. But that does make sense, actually. I believe something like Labelle is electrically neutral, so it doesn't stop electrical contact where the contact is needed, but it doesn't encourage it either. It's electrically neutral. Graphite pencil is great for pranking the idiot with a motorbike. Graphite is or used to be available at Halfords for ignition barrels. Yeah, again, a lock type thing. And there's Wesley. Hello, Wesley. Nice to see you. We've got a little Class 37 action. Class 37s, you still see them even today. They were introduced in the 60s. A brilliant design of locomotive, very much in the American F7 type style of the nose. And I believe the Australians have then picked it up from the American manufacturers and got them to do locomotives that look pretty much like these. And some English China clay wagons to suit. Any suggestions for US Bachmann gearbox grease? Got a couple of diesels. Yes, there is a white grease available out there, which is very similar to what Bachmann used. What do I use? Hold on a moment. Try that one. Labelle 106. Grease with PTFE. And PTFE, polytetrafluoroethylene. That's the slipperiest man-made substance. So try some Labelle 106. Oh, there you go. Steve has also reiterated that 106 is really the thing to use. Plus, it's safe on plastics as well. Yeah, you need something pretty slippery to do with greasing one of those journal boxes, I think. What Ivo uses is Fala oil or PTFE and a tube of Roco worm grease. Again, yeah, these are products that are made for the locomotive and model trains market. So they tend to do their homework very well. And Ivo's right in pointing those in the right direction. Because if you buy anything which is for a more general market, you might tend to get into trouble. What did I use for the backdrop? The backdrop is made by a company called ID Scenes. It's just literally a roll of paper, Jerry. They do a more expensive version in like a sticky back vinyl also. But I'm not sure of the availability of ID back scenes in the US. Obviously, you've got your own manufacturers. But yeah, quite effective. And they did one which was like 18, 20 inches, which is what I wanted, really. Yeah, ID back scenes, I believe they're called. Oh, Dino's blown his track budget on a new loco. Oh, well, there's no good crying about it. Just enjoy it, Dino. That's quite an endearing squeak now. I've got used to it. Yeah, as long as you're happy, Dino. That's the thing. As long as you're not suffering, mate, we're not suffering. Oh yeah, for those that don't know, the car that Pete uses to tow his caravan, um, something quite bad happened to it, I think, and he had to get another car. So yeah, that would blow the budget somewhat. Yeah, Archie, that just shows you how infectious model railway is. Model railway, model railroad, model trains, whatever you care to call it. Um, it can swallow the money somewhat. Right, let's grab thy camera, point it back at my ugly mug. T-shirt for today is a glorious American 440. How about that? That's a cracker. Uh, yeah, that's one of my favourites. £5 worth. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of money, Pete, in one big lump. But there you go. 29 in the chat and 34 thumbs up, which is absolutely excellent. Thank you very much, guys. It's been great to see everybody. I'm going to call it to a close there while I actually go and get something to eat, because unusually I never ate before the live stream. So when I was doing the video yesterday, I could hear my stomach rumble at one stage, which I heard it back and I thought, oh, should I edit that out? Ooh. Thanks for the steam. Enjoy the food. Yeah, thanks, Wayne. For those of you that don't know, Wayne's a big proponent of Class 50s. So if you like Class 50s, trot across to Dugmer Junction. I'm sure Wayne has got plenty of videos on there of Class 50s, and they do make their own unique noise, as I'm sure Wayne would tell you. Thanks everybody for coming in. Weather is, well, it seems to be clouding over a bit out there, so I'll just go and grab something to eat and enjoy the rest of the day. Hope you all have a great weekend, what's left of it, and take care of yourself in the week. And I'll say auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, and happy trains, and I'll catch up with you all soon. So take care, everybody, and thanks for coming in. It's great to see you. Adios.